Recording live from somewhere.
What's up, Totem Pole Nation? This is Coach Troy Taylor at Fork Union Military Academy with our co-host, Lambo Lancaster, assistant offensive line coach at Virginia State. This is our most asked question we've been getting in our last 2 episodes. How to get noticed by college football coaches. Chat, y'all are the best. BG Productions, Braden, let's go. Totem Pole Nation. We are the low man on the totem pole. Skylar, what's up? What's up, Skylar? Hope you're doing well today. Lambo, how's it going, man? What do you think about today's question? How to get noticed by college football coaches. NCAA College Football 2026 just came on. Wyatt Burdick said, how are y'all doing? We're doing great.
I'm
Lambo,
excited.
how do you feel?
I'm excited to be on here because we want to help others. We want to change lives. We want to build champions. We want to treat people the way we want to be treated. We also believe in your potential to be the next big-time high school, college, and even professional football players. And our mission today is to help you reach every goal and turn your dreams to reality on the field and in life. We're here to support you, guide you, and challenge you every step of the way. Let's chase greatness together, so keep grinding. If you have any questions about the game, right, the deluxe edition of NCAA College Football 26 comes out on July 7th, and the regular edition comes out on July 10th. So if you want the $99 version or you want the $70 version, College Football 26 is going to be the best that's come out yet. And that's our topic today.
Joshua Rockstar Rayford, what's up, coaches? They're watching on X. Coach Brown, what's up, coach? Hey, guys, this show is about y'all asking questions, and this is interactive. This is like a Socratic seminar. How to get noticed by college coaches. First, pass the eyeball test. The eyeball test means, do you look like somebody on their team? Or do you have potential physically to look like somebody on their team? Number 2, the film test. What does your film show?
Yes.
Does your film look like somebody that could play on their team? 3, the grades test. Do you have the grades to get in? Do you have the grades to be eligible? That's probably the most important test. 4, the character test. Are you a good kid? Braden says, Coach Lancaster, my question is, what do you think when you see a recruit faking offers? Example, 129-pound guy saying he has over 10 D1 offers as a 2028.
I would tell you this, BG Productions, it's about self-explanatory. Don't follow in that dude's footsteps, right? It's all lies and illusion. Don't compare yourself to the other guy. You have to focus on your process. It's not about getting 10 Division I offers. It's like having a girlfriend. You go on a date with a girlfriend. You don't tell your whole life story. It's the same thing in college recruiting. I got all these offers. I got this. I'm that. You can only commit to one school. And if you have 16, 17, 20 offers, whatever it is, there's only 3 of them that are legit. Go to the school that loves you. And that's the bad thing if he has 10 D1 offers, because you never know who's going to peak out.
Yeah, Braden is a recruiting expert. He's our West Coast recruiting expert, and he's been following these guys on Twitter, and he smells some bull crap because he's studied recruiting, and no D1 schools offering little bitty guys like that. This 2028s. Cam Henderson, I'm really one of the best athletes in the world. Cam, we believe in you. My dad used to tell me, Troy, don't tell me, show me. But keep grinding, Cam. We know that you can achieve your dreams. DCL, our old friend, Totem Pole Nation. Thank you, Totem Pole Nation. You get a helmet sticker for that. We are so blessed to be on here tonight, be able to talk about how to get noticed by college football coaches. Oh, Hosea is back. Hey, coach, how am I supposed to know if a school is really for me? That's a good question. I mean, you mean like if it's going to be a good fit? Is that what you're asking? How do you know whether a school is a good fit? Well, really, it isn't who you love, it's who loves you. I love Alabama. I love UNC. I love Bill Belichick, but they don't love me. So really, it's going to come down to who loves you, and then go to the one that loves you the most. I don't think you can go wrong with that. Braden says, asked him now he has the offer. Guy said, I'm on their board, nothing else. I said, they can't recruit 2028. He said, yes, they can. I said, they're getting fined by the NCAA Michigan for one. Laugh out loud. Dario, hey, Coach Taylor, if I get good grades but bad athletics, how would I get offers from that? Because they offer academic scholarships. The higher your grades, the more opportunities you're going to have. We've told y'all what NFL stands for. It stands for not for long. So get your grades. You're only one play away from never playing again. So football is not forever, not for coaches, not for players. Braden, Dario, focus on grinding, work hard. There are guys like Tom Brady, not athletic, undersized. Look at him now. He's the GOAT. So, Dario, we believe in you. We believe in you. We know that you can accomplish your dreams. But our saying here on Still Grinding, on Totem Pole Nation, is grind now.
Shine later.
Shine later. Hashtag body, mind, and spirit.
Yes.
We are trying to get better in our body, in our mind, and in our spirit every day. That goes along with Fork Union Military Academy, the 130 NFL players that have came out of Fork Union, including Eddie George, who was on the cover of what Madden, Lambo? 2000 and what?
2001, I think?
2001. Eddie George, Heisman Trophy winner, was on the cover of Madden. Rockstar. Hey, coach, what is a verbal offer? I was told by a coach he was giving me one. I'm also class of 28. A verbal offer means that the guy's offering you, it's not in writing. I don't think you can get an offer in writing until the first day of your junior year. But, man, nothing's guaranteed. You can sign on the dotted line. They can still get rid of you. I had a kid, I told y'all this story. I had a kid sign with Norfolk State University on signing day. And a day after graduation, the head coach called the kid up and said, we don't have room for you. I'm sorry, you can't get into school. So keep grinding, man. Braden, coach, when I turn 18, how do I get into coaching college and recruiting officially? Just wondering, since I got 2 years in going down. Dude, make as good a grades as possible. And we can get you a job working in a recruiting department. But if your grades are really, really good, you make our job easier. Hey, we might even hire you. I mean, you love it. How do I know you love it? Because you'll do it for free. All right, D1. Hey, coach, I'm a 5'10 DB from Texas with a 3.75 GPA as a junior who squats 405 and with a 4.5 GPA. What do I need to do to get my first offer? I have not seen your film. You're probably going to have to run a fast 40. How much do you weigh? You might have to run track. You might have to run a verified time for these coaches. I haven't seen your film. Does your film pop? You're probably going to have to go to some camps and prove yourself. But we believe in you, D1. We know you can do it. You're capable of it. We want to see you guys be the next great high school, college, and probably professional football players. DCL, if you are dedicated to your craft in sports, you don't have to start the best to become the best. Wow. Words
Wow.
of motivation from
Yes.
a wise soul. This is for you, DL. Thank you, Totem Pole Nation, for letting us come on here. They are the low man on the totem pole. And if you don't know, keep watching. And they're definitely Totem Pole Nation. They're the low man on the totem pole. They embrace the grind now, shine later philosophy. Braden, speaking on athletes who are working hard, we use the slang at my school, never give up, never give up. Coach Sid Otten, winningest coach in Washington football history. Wow. D1, I run a 4.5 40, and I recorded 40 total tackles and 10 pass breakups with 3 forced fumbles this past season. D1, I tell our guys at Fork Union Military Academy, man, the game has changed. Like these big D1 schools, they're recruiting the portal. They're recruiting guys that are freshmen, sophomores that they've been recruiting for 3 and 4 years. So don't be afraid to bet on yourself. Go somewhere and walk on. Go to a small school. Ball out, man. The cream rises to the top. Always. B, hey, I was wondering what I should be emailing coaches leading up to a camp. I'm a very good measurables. I'm a 6'5", 190-pound quarterback and run a 4.6. Well, I would tell them my first and last name. I would tell them what school I'm from. I would tell them my height and weight, my GPA, and I would send them a link to my huddle. And I would say, hey, coach, I'm going to be at your June 2nd camp and look forward to meeting you. Here's my cell number. Okay. Why did I say here's my cell number? Because if they want to contact you, they're going to send you their cell number, or they're going to call you. They're going to text you, you know? Cam, coach, freshman year, I started on varsity at safety. I ended the season with 44 tackles, 6 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble. But when I get camp invites, the worst part is my parent don't want to pay for them. Cam, I don't blame them. I don't blame your parents for not wanting to pay for some of these camps. Some of these camps are like thousands of dollars. So you're a young man. And what we always used to tell kids at other schools, I was the head coach, was go cut grass. Go pick weeds out of an old lady's yard. Go rake leaves. Do whatever you got to do to get the money. Don't expect your mom and dad to pay for it. Go get it. So, Cam, I know you can do it. And, you know, I save up $100, go to 2 camps, and save up some more to pay for gas for your folks. There was one kid that was at Highland Springs once. He got a Greyhound ticket. We had kids here at Fork Union Military Academy. They took a Greyhound to Richmond and got an Uber an hour. Come to Fork Union.
We took them
we had
home.
another kid. We had another kid that took a train from Baltimore and Ubered an hour to get here. Like, where there's a will, there's a way. Cam, I know you can do it. Braden, B. Rands, look at online templates by a former D1 tight end. I forgot his name. I think his name is Brennan. But he's a young coach who worked with Penn State and Arizona State. Might have worked with Kenny Dillingham. I think his name is. I don't know if that's my screen's messing up or what. Dario, if I have a football camp and decided to go to a basketball camp, how can I change my schedule? I don't know. Did you already pay for the camps? If so, that might be a problem. But if you haven't paid for the camps, then just change, what you're doing, Dario. Nigel Mitchell, I'm 5'7", 185 pounds. I bench 275, squat 405, and my 40 time is a 4.75. But I have no film because I was ineligible. What should be the next thing I should improve on to make it D1? Grades. We got a 6'8", 300-pound kid from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And his grades are they're right on the line.
Mm-hmm.
They're right on the line. And that guy's 6'8", 300 pounds, and they won't offer him. So grades, man. Grades. Without grades, without school, there is no football. Unless you're playing pro football or you're playing semi-pro, which is adult rec league. No offense to anybody that plays that. But you got to go to school. You got to make good grades. Braden, Nigel, depends on your grade. Number one thing is to get film. Film leads to offers. Be pushing 100% every time. DCL, Coach Taylor, did you ever have a person on your football team that you could tell had a high ceiling for success? Yeah, Morgan Moses. Morgan Moses. He's 300 pounds as a freshman. Another guy's name is John Graves. But I had another kid named Brandy and Ross that he didn't even start until midway through his junior year. He played 5 years in the NFL with Charles Woodson. So you never know, man. You never know what's inside somebody. Like draft worthy, yes. Morgan Moses. He was drafted in, I think, the 3rd round by the Redskins. Dario, how can I get stronger day by day? My bench is like 150 and my squat is barely 100. May you help me out on that? Yes. Grind now, shine later. It's not going to happen overnight. You got to be patient. You got to put the work in. Eat. Say your prayers. Take your vitamins. Never miss a workout. You will get stronger. Just keep grinding. That's what we call this, keep grinding. SRT Doc, what's up, Coach? What's up, SRT Doc? This is for you. We're answering questions about recruiting. College football 2026 is out. PlayStation 5, PS5, Xbox, whatever number they're on now. Coach Lambo, I was about to say, tell us a little bit about those guys in that picture, but we got some more questions. When making a highlight reel, what are the most important skills I should display off the start of the video? What position do you play? All right, if you're an O-lineman, you better be blocking. Huh?
I think he said as a QB. And this next comment.
As a quarterback, making all the throws, not just deep balls, running the ball, making a play when the play breaks down. I tell you what you should watch. Do what I did. I was watching so many quarterbacks film. I finally was like, throw Jaden Daniels' huddle on there. And we sat there and watched Jaden Daniels' huddle. Watch that. That's what they're looking for. Now, you know, I've never seen you play. I'm just telling you, that's what they look for. SRT Doc, it's my senior year and I'm a wide receiver. Is there anything that I can do to get my footwork better? Yes, work on it every day. Work on drills. Work on cones. Work on ladders. Work on your route tree. Work on your change of direction. Work on your linear speed. Work on your plyometrics, your explosiveness. Nigel, I have a 3.3 GPA, class of 28. I'm working on improving it to a 3.7. Great job, Nigel. DCL, speaking of NCAA 2026, would y'all ever do vid game streams again? Yes. We're liable to do anything, DCL. Dario, I have a question. I have filmed, but it was another person who films that I was involved. How could I fix that? Dude, film is film. As long as it's film, I would use it. I don't know how bad it is. I mean, I got to see. Something's better than nothing. We got a lot of questions coming in. Thank you. People watching on X, please retweet it. People watching on YouTube, Totem Pole Nation, we love y'all. Wyatt, Coach, I run a 4.6 as a freshman. What should I do to get faster? Get stronger. Get leaner. Work on speed. Work on running fast. We have a saying, it's called fast people don't get caught. Lambo, what should he do to get faster?
You just gotta go to the gym. You gotta go to the gym. You gotta run track. Because the consequence is gonna ask you, do you run track?
Yes.
I will recommend you to run track. Because like Coach Taylor says, fast people don't get caught. And the fastest people peak I mean, the fastest people alive are between the mid-20s and the 30s. Just watch
Algorithm
Usain
works.
Bolt.
The algorithm works.
Yeah.
They think this is a Fred Nats hat, and it is, but I wear it as a Fork Union hat.
Yeah.
So the Fred Nats. Thank you, Tyler DeRusty Man. I've never seen the Fred Nats play, but I got their hat on. And you know what? YouTube knows it. How'd you get on this video? Did it send you to it? Dario, is there a way that I can improve my speed at defensive tackle? Yes. Get stronger, get leaner, work on your explosiveness, work on your linear speed, run track, run fast. If you want to get fast in your 40, run hundreds. Run 200s. The 40 will seem short. SRT, thanks, coach. I also play outside linebacker. Is there anything for me to do to get better at it? Yes. Get as fast as possible. Get as strong as possible. Get as big as possible. Be able to cover man-to-man. Be able to reroute on zone. Get your eyes back on the quarterback. Break on the ball. Be able to decipher run pass. Be able to come up, come off blocks, and run support outside in. Lambo, anything else he can work on an outside linebacker?
I would also study the best guys that play outside linebacker. I would study the best guys. It's not just outside linebacker, inside linebacker. I would study Luke Kuechly. I would study Ray Lewis. Study those two guys. Those two guys are Hall of Famers. Study both of them, and you see the results that you'll get. B.
Rands, what can I do to stand out during camps? Lambo, well, B. Rands, we believe in you. We know when you go to that camp, you're going to grind now, shine later. Focus on getting better. Lambo, what can he do to stand out at camps?
Wear certain color socks, wear certain color shoes, wear certain color socks and shoes. And then when the coaches get together and you stand out and you go through your progression and you grind, the coach is saying, oh, the dude in the pink socks or the dude with the green shoes. So,
you got a ball.
So stands out.
You got a ball. You got to make plays. You got to be one of the biggest kids there. And if you're not one of the biggest, you better be one of the fastest. And you better be balling people.
Your film better pop.
Dario, how can I run the ball better or possibly block better at fullback? You got to work on it, man. I mean, blocking is something you can work on in the offseason. If you have a sled, if you have somebody holding a bag, running the ball. I mean, we used to play backyard football. That's where the best players are really made. Yeah, you got to – there's all kinds of drills you can do, Dario. DCL, Ray Lewis was a dog. Yes, he was. Rest in peace, Ray, his son. I coached at Virginia Union University. SRT, I'm 6'4", and I'm 195. Is that a good weight for it all, or do I need to get bigger? Well, you always need to get bigger, faster, and stronger. But 6'4", 195, I mean, heck, that's pretty good. Just keep grinding, man. Look, you guys, you don't peak out in speed until you're close to 30 years old. You don't peak out in strength till you're about close to 40. You guys are young. That's why it's keep grinding. That's why it's hashtag grind now, shine later. K3GZ. I love that name. K3GZ. You get a helmet sticker for that name. K3GZ. What do I do when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and after the play, your coach yells at you to do what you're supposed to do, and you go to talk to him about it, but he won't listen? I'm a nose for JV. I think I learned this at Fork Union Military Academy, or I learned it when my dad was a Marine. Say yes, sir. And, coach, I'll get it right. Roger that, coach. I mean, if you're a nose guard, dude, you're blowing that center up, and I know you are. You're getting in the backfield. You're getting TFLs, tackles for losses. You're mauling the quarterback. You're like picking up the running back and scoring a touchdown with them. That's what you got to do. Okay, so I would just say yes, coach, and keep grinding. And, you know, a lot of times coaches get so worked up on the sidelines like myself, they're yelling just to motivate you to play hard. And until until they actually look at the film, they really don't know. So just keep grinding, man. You know, and All right. Can you take criticism? Can you take someone chewing you out? And I'll tell you how you can do it. Be very high character. If you're a low character, you can't take it. But if you're a high character, you can. Okay, so that's one thing I've learned recently is you got to be a yes sir, no sir guy. You got to be like a soldier on the football field. Ryan, hey coach, how important are grades in the recruiting process? The most important thing. If you don't have grades, you can't go anywhere. All right. If you don't have grades, you better be great. And then you got to go to the middle of nowhere to go to a junior college, and it won't be nice. And then you will really find out what the grind is. And that JUCO life, that JUCO hashtag JUCO product, it ain't no joke. B. Rands. Coach Lambo, are you related to Coach Lambo Lancaster? He's my track and football coach, and he went to Virginia State University.
No.
Hey, it could be his cousin. Related. They could be cousins.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
ECL. No. You got to get chewed out once in a while to grow. Wow. DCL, the wisdom that you display is amazing. I mean, I wish I was as smart as you when I was young. And Dario, you're getting a helmet sticker because I think you've been the MVP. You've been asking a lot of good questions. Dario says, how can I get better pursuit angles? Because I'm the type of D lineman that if a running back runs up the middle, I blow the middle up. Okay, so I like coaching D line. I like coaching every position, but let's just say that you're a nose guard that gets in this gap, or maybe you're a nose guard that two gaps. If the ball's ran to the left, run flat down the line of scrimmage. If the ball's ran to the right, run flat down the line of scrimmage. That's your pursuit angles. Don't ever run where the running back is. Run where he's going to be. It's kind of like throwing a pass. It's kind of like if you hunt deer, or, if the deer is running, you don't shoot where the deer is. You shoot where the deer is going to be. DCL. I'm just putting it out there, Coach. DCL, I like what you're cooking. All right, Lambo, I was about to ask you, college football 2026. Coach, are you a head coach, OC, or DC? I'm the O-line and D-line coach at Fork Union Military Academy. I was a head coach, but I got fired. I didn't win enough. All right, we were 6-5. We had a winning record, and I got fired. But that's what I knew I signed up for. I don't coach at places that football is not important. And when you go 6-5, that ain't good enough. Ricky Cox. I'm 6'6", 220-pound offensive tackle. How can I get noticed for colleges? Send me a message on Twitter at Coach Troy Taylor. That's how you get noticed. Walk out there on the field. Now, you got to get bigger. Okay, but 6'6", you can't coach. 6'6", you can't teach that. So how do you get noticed? Go to a camp. Pass protect. Kick slide.
Be violent.
Have great hands. Be violent. Be nasty. Be able to run like a wide receiver and play offensive line. That'll get you noticed, Ricky. You got it, baby. All right, SRT. I'm good at beating people off the start with my route, and I'm always ahead, but he catches up with me in the long run. Is there anything that will help with that? Get faster.
Run track.
Yeah, run track. I mean, so if you're talking about like a deep ball, like he can close the cushion, like on a deep ball, because like unless it's a deep ball, it could be a slant. You could stick them out, go in. If it's an out, stick them in, go out. If it's a post, stick them out, go to the post. So you might need to work on your moves, not at the line of scrimmage, but once you come off the line of scrimmage. DCL 6'6", 220. Holy crap. Wyatt. I have a lot of guys on my team who don't take accountability for their mistakes. How can change fix that? That's the coach's job, but accountability is not negative. Accountability is paying attention and giving feedback. See, everybody thinks accountability, I'm going to hold you accountable, is bad. Accountability is coaching. You pay attention and you give feedback. Oh, you hustled that play. Good job. Oh, you didn't hustle that play. You need to do better. That's accountability. Accountability just ain't correcting people when they're wrong. It's telling people they did a good job when they did a good job too. But good question. Nigel, 6'6", 220, basketball. Yeah, that's what we think. But guys that are 220, they end up being 250 and 280. And that's what they're looking for. They're looking for guys that can put weight on. Dario, how can I get different techniques of defensive tackle? Because I love the bull rush, and I try to do another move called the swim or spin move. How can I get better? Well, you got to have one move, and then you got to have a counter off that move. And you got to keep grinding. You got to keep practicing. You need to watch Aaron Donald. You need to watch Dominican Sue. Huh?
Dwight Freeney.
Dwight Freeney. He's a great defensive end from Syracuse. Yeah. Undersized, too. Hey, Lambo, take over the questions for me, man. I can't hardly see them.
SRT Doc says, yeah, I'm good with short routes. I can beat the guy every time, but it's the long ones that get to me.
You gotta get your separation speed up, man. You got to get strong. You got to get fast. You got to get on the track. You got to grind, man. That's the best thing I can tell you. But keep working. You can do it. We believe in you.
DCL says accountability, constructive criticism, and praise without sugarcoating.
I tell you, I mean, I think you're getting more stickers than MK.
Ricky Cox says it's hard to gain weight, though. What does it need to improve to gain weight? Just
how old are you? Because a lot of kids have a hard time gaining weight, but you just got to eat, man. You can't eat like a little kid. Like we got kids here at Fork Union. I tell them, dude, you eating like a little kid. Well, I don't like. What did that one kid didn't like? I don't like fries. I don't like waffle fries. Well, nobody cares whether you like waffle fries or not. You need to eat because you weigh 150 pounds. Pizza. So eat the potatoes and put ketchup on them. So, like, dude, you got to eat to get bigger. You got to eat to put fuel in that Lamborghini, man. So just keep eating.
SRT Doc said, thanks for everything, Coach.
Hey, man, it's our job. We do this because we love it, man.
Yes.
We love you guys,
says,
man.
as an O-line coach, B-Rand says, as an O-line coach, what do you think the most important information QB should understand about protection?
Okay, well, let's start off with just 5-man protection. That means there's no running back in the protection. It's just offensive lineman. If I was as an O-line coach, okay, so if I'm the quarterback and then we got 5-man protection, let's just say it's an even front. It's a 4 down.
Yep.
You got to know which side the center's going to, man. If the center's going to the right, that means there's going to be 3 guys on the right and 2 on the left. So if they bring 3 to the left, you better get ready to get hit in the mouth. So you better get rid of it quick. Okay, so we're just going over 5-man protection right now. Center goes to the left. That means you can handle 3 rushers to the left. But if they bring 3 guys to the right, you better get rid of it quick. Okay, so 6-man. I want to know which way, if I'm the quarterback. Oh, now this is high level. If I'm a right-handed quarterback and it's 5-man protection, I want the center to go to the left because I want 3 guys to be to my blind side. Unless there's a threat of 3 to the right, then you can call it to the right. So let's go 6-man protection now. Now the running back's in the protection. I always check release my backs. So running back, tight ends, they check release. That means if blitz don't come, you get out in the route. It's called flare control. Not a lot of people know it. In the NFL, they always get out, okay, unless blitz comes. High school, you'll see backs standing back there not blocking anybody. College, sometimes you will too. If I'm the quarterback, if my center's going left, I want my running back going right. That means I can handle 3 both ways. If my center's going to the right, I want my back going to the left. Unless there's a threat of 4. If there's a threat of 4 to one side, then you probably want to put your running back and the center on the same side. That way you can block the 4. I really don't like my quarterback getting hit in the mouth. Ricky, 16. Good, Ricky. Just keep grinding, man. You're not the first kid that needs to gain weight. I try and eat 4,000 calories a day. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep going, Lambo. That's easier for me if you read it because I can't really see it.
Dario Georges Joseph says, how can I handle like criticism from teammates and coaches for being called soft or not good enough?
Look, man, I've dealt with all this stuff before, and these people that criticize others, usually the problem's inside themselves, and they're just deflecting and reflecting out on you, projecting. So, dude, you're not soft, all right? And being soft really means you're not tough. That means you're not mentally tough, and I know you're not. You're a tough guy because you've been on here asking a lot of questions. So, dude, go watch Kobe Bryant Muse Cage. And he talks about all this, all these negative things people said about him, that he was soft. He was a rich kid from Lower Merion. And he remembered all that stuff. And that can fuel your fire, man.
Dario also says, do ACT and SAT matter in colleges? Because I did research, and there are some colleges that doesn't require the SAT and the ACT.
That's true. There are some, but we always tell our guys at Fork Union we want them to take it because we don't want a college coming and saying, hey, man, we really like Waylon Dagan. And then the kid goes, well, I didn't take the SAT. And the college goes, well, then we can't take them. So we always tell our guys to take it because we don't want them missing out on the opportunity. So it really just tests how well you read and how well you do math.
B-Ran says, Dario, let your play do all the talking.
Hey, helmet sticker for that, man. That was great. DCL. Great job. Oh, I got to give him a helmet sticker. B-Rans, way to be a great teammate.
DCL says, B-Rans, I agree. We got Savion Sessions in the house. What's up, coaches?
6'8", 300 pounds.
What's going on? Savion Sessions, 6'8", 300 pounds from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Yes. Hey, Coach Lambo, tell me a little bit about those guys underneath us. NCAA 2026 cover out. These guys knew how to get recruited, how to get noticed by college football coaches. Be like Jeremiah Smith. Be like Ryan
Tebow.
Williams. You'll get noticed.
Be like Tim Tebow.
Ooh. Who else is on down there, Coach Lambo?
Jalen Presence. Do coaches look the other way when they see a back be more elusive than trucking and running into people?
Hey, man, I think that there's a different types of backs. There's guys that run guys over, and then there's guys that's got wiggle. And, dude, there can only be one back on the field at a time, and you just don't want one back that can do one thing. You want one back that can do one thing and then another back ready to go in there to do the other thing. So, dude, whatever it is you do it the best that you can. Some guys are wiggle guys. Some guys are run you over guys. Just be what you are and do it to the best of your ability. Great question.
DCL says Savion. Dario says, how do I prepare myself before the game mentally and physically? What do I do if I don't get the results I get?
Okay, so you prepare yourself in practice. The game is like practice, and practice is like the game. When you practice like it's the game is easy. So it's the same thing as playing a video game and you don't get the results you want. You be like Kobe. He's the ultimate competitor because he said that losing is exciting. Not many people believe losing is exciting. But when Kobe said that losing was exciting, he meant when you lose, he learns. He watches the film. He gets better. So that's it.
DCL says, Dario, one thing that I do is I keep a level head.
Who said that? Who said that?
DCL. Dario,
DCL gets a helmet sticker, dog.
Dario says, how do I handle pressure in the game? Or how do I handle tough losses when it's overtime or by a field goal or touchdown?
Okay, well, Because you have to be in that situation so often. It's something called flow state that you gotta be at home in the chaos. And until you've practiced and you've been in those situations, like I've been coaching football for 25 years and I can get into the flow state, I'm at home in the chaos. That's fun. When you just got to get used to it, man. Like, that's why we do it. That's why we lift all those weights. That's why we're on here right now, to get better. So when we get in that situation, we're like, okay, this is the moment. This is the time. Now I get to see how good I am. I get to see what I need to work on. Don't worry about the outcome, y'all. Focus on the process. Grind now, shine later. And what was his other question? What was his other question?
That was all my question. Jalen says, when talking to coaches at camps, how do you know is a verbal offer is official or not?
Ain't nothing official. Even after you sign it, ain't official. There was a kid from West Virginia. Look him up. He's 6'6", 300 pounds, from Cincinnati, Ohio. He signed with WVU, and WVU decided that his grades weren't good enough, or he wasn't good enough, and they said, sorry, we can't take you. Like I told you, that kid from Norfolk State got signed on the dotted line, and a day after graduation, they called him and said, you don't have a spot. So, dude, I wouldn't be playing the game of anything being official. Nobody's safe, man. NFL, not for long. Keep going, Lambo.
Damian Tilly said, do coaches look more into power or speed on OTs?
Offensive tackle, well, you're not going to have many guys that have fast linear speed. They look for size. Okay,
size,
they don't even
power.
They look how tall you are, how long you are, and how your footwork is, how you place your hands, and how nasty you are. You know, so I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's overall athleticism. Look at Savion Sessions. He's 6'8", 300 pounds. That's what they look for.
Dario says, how do I lead my team on and off the field?
By caring, by being a servant, by not telling them what to do, but showing them, by being the type of teammate that cares about his teammates and being a leader. That means doing what's right, doing your best, treating people how you want to be treated.
DCL says you have to shake off a mistake that you could make on first and second down to lock in for the third and fourth down.
Amen.
Savion Sessions, Dario. That's like me when I got on the sled with 750 pound driving it. So when I play these 300-pound DTs, feel like everything translates to the game. DCL, nice. That's my advice. B. Rands asked Dario, to handle pressure, you need to prepare and put in the work, and so you feel confident. We have Ricky Cox.
Who said that?
That was B. Rands. Dario to handle pressure.
That's a helmet sticker for being a good teammate.
Ricky Cox here. We got a lot of comments here. Ricky Cox.
Let's go.
How do I get noticed by colleges and coaches? I have went to some before and felt I did good, but haven't got many conversations.
Okay. Well, number one, these are the different tests. The first is the eyeball test. Are you big? That's the first thing when we go to a camp, we look, who's big? Okay. Yeah. Well, everybody's the same size. When everybody's the same size, then who's jacked, who's muscular. So it's like you got to stand out with how you look. Okay, that's first. Then two, how you play, the film test. Yeah. Eyeball test, film test. Do you ball? Are you a playmaker? Are you fast? Do you get after it? And then three, grades. Grades test. 4, character test. Are you a kid that's got bad body language? Are you a kid that's yes sir, no sir? Are you a kid that can take being coached hard? Go ahead, Lambo. You're killing it.
Jalen says the game of football is mental. The skills on the field are only half of what you need to prepare to be a true baller.
Who said that?
Jalen.
Helmet sticker. We have over 1,000 people watching this live.
Say
That's
beyond
crazy,
sessions,
man. That's
Dario.
crazy. Retweet it on
Dario.
Twitter. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Like it. Hey, spam the heart emoji, man, if you're on YouTube. Go ahead.
Say beyond sessions, Dario. You get a group of guys who want the same outcome as you. It makes it easier to get after it. Dario says,
I was reading a book, or I was listening to a video, and the guy said, "You don't make good people, you find them. You find them. I can't make you good. You find good people."
Yes. Dario says, how do I handle being away from home? And how do I maintain being a student in the classroom and an athlete on the field and the court?
You're talking about college or post grad like Fork Union? You focus on
He's talking about
where you focus on what's important now. Win. That's what was on the lunch pail at Virginia Tech, the Virginia Tech Hokies. It was on the lunch pail. Win. What's important now? You focus on what's important now. Where are you at right now? Where your feet are. That's where you're big time. And your mom and dad sent you to that college. The people that love you sent you, and they want you to focus on what's important now. So is it natural to be homesick? Yes. Are you going to be homesick? Yes. But you got to go on the hero's journey. Go look up the hero's journey. That's what you guys are on. I used to be the hero. Now I'm like the Yoda. Now I'm like Ben Kenobi, Obi-Wan.
Jalen says grades are your priority and ticket into college.
Who said that? Jalen? Helmet sticker.
Dario says, how
Lambo, you're freezing up.
Dario says, how can I get better footwork?
Practice it. Look up footwork drills for D linemen on YouTube. Do the ladder. Do the dot drill. Work on change of direction. Work on jumping rope. Work on jumping over a line with one foot. Up and back, sideways, both feet. I mean, there's 1,000 different drills. Just grind, man. Keep grinding.
Jakari Crossley says, as an upcoming sophomore, what should I focus on as a left tackle and a guard?
Block the guy in front of you. Like don't get ran over slow. Make it like people always want to talk about how to block. Well, if you don't know who to block, it don't matter how you block them. You better know who to block. Once you figure out who to block, then we're going to talk about how to block. So find out who to block and how to block. Then finish. It isn't how you start. It's how you finish. Don't be turning around looking for the ball carrier. Keep grinding. Get after it.
DCL says, hey, Coach, I got to head out. Appreciate you joining the stream as always.
Always. Helmet sticker.
Wyatt Burdick. What is the minimum GPA to get into most colleges, and what's the best way to improve on the field mental abilities?
Minimum GPA to get into most colleges? Well, there aren't a lot of colleges you can get into without at least a 2.5 overall. I mean, then let's go 3.0. You can't get into most colleges if you're under a 3.0. So to be safe, I would have a 3.5. Have a B+ average. All right. So
Hosea.
I mean, I was going to say it's a 2-2 core in your core classes. That's your math, science, history, English, and foreign language. 2.2 in D2, 2.3 Division I. But just make as good a grades as possible, man. A's and B's.
All right. Hosea's Fortune Jr. says, what is the difference between a post-grad school like Fort Union and a regular college or university?
Post-grad, you come here for 4 months. You come here for a semester, then you go to a college. So, we're not a junior college because you come here and you retake 2 high school classes, but we're a place where you come if you got hurt, if you need to get more film, if you need to get bigger, you need to get stronger, you need improve your grades a little bit. So that's what a post grad is. We have 130 NFL players, 130 that came from Fork Union Military Academy. All right, here you go. Vinny Testaverde, Eddie George, Gaines Adams, Plaxico Burris, Michael Thomas, Matt Collins, Christian Darrisaw, Morgan Moses, Dexter Coakley, Mike Quick. I mean, there's a bunch. I got jerseys of them in my room I'm in right now.
Jalen Presents says post-grad, you can go right after graduating without losing any eligibility.
Nice. Who said that? Jalen? Helmet sticker. Helmet sticker for him. Great job.
B-Rand says, I've been through 3 injuries throughout my first 2 seasons in high school. Will colleges coaches see that negatively?
They'll only know it if you tell them, or they'll only know it if you got no film, and then you gotta say, hey, I got hurt. But too much information is a bad thing. If it hurts you. So every injuries happen, man, but you just keep grinding, keep getting better, man. You can come back from it. All right.
Lincoln Skern said, what should your email to college coaches look like?
Keep it short. Nobody likes long emails. In the subject, have your height, weight, grade, GPA, school, and then my name is such and such. I go to such and such high school. I'm this class. I'm this height, this weight. Here's my cell number. Here's my huddle information or huddle link. Thank you, coach. And just keep emailing. I mean, what's his name? Josh Allen sent 16,000 emails, only got 1 response. Keep grinding.
Savion Sessions. B-Rands, I have one of the worst injuries the world has ever seen. I'm in Jason Pierre-Paul timing. Nothing is unreachable if you want it.
Wow. This is for Sabian, our guy.
Fortune Jr. If I go to a post-grad, will I still have all my eligibility for Division I colleges?
Yes. Yes, you will. Fork Union Military Academy post-grad. ForkUnion.com. At Fuma PG Football. 130 plus NFL players, 2 Heisman Trophy winners. Grind now, shine later. If you come here, it's hard. I think it's the only school in the country you're not allowed to have a cell phone because we try to minimize distractions. We want you to get better, body, mind, and spirit. And you will, because we go from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week. You have study hall 5 nights a week for an hour and a half. It's called CQ, and there's no computers. You only have Wi-Fi from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And you have a phone in your room that you can call home and you can email mom or dad whenever you want. But it's hard. But hard is good. Easy, whatever's easy ain't good.
Yeah. Wyatt says, what is the biggest red flag in a recruit?
Being about yourself and not your teammates. Be a me guy. Make it all about you. What's the biggest red flag in the NFL draft? Shador Sanders. Like, dude,
ego.
What do we say?
Ego.
If they'll do that to Dion, I'm not Dion. All right, and my son's definitely not Shador. But, like, if they'll do that to Dion and Shador, what will they do to you? I mean, they just sent a message. Like, this
You're not
league
bigger
is
than the
bigger
league.
than one person, man. And it's NFL, not for long.
Yes, not for long. You're only guaranteed to have one contract. You're lucky enough to play as long as Morgan Moses. You're lucky enough to play as long as Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and
that's very
Ray
few.
Lewis. Yeah, very few. Very few. Does anybody have any other questions? We read all.
Is that
the
all the
comments.
questions?
Yes, we almost have 1,100 people watching
Man,
right now.
that is amazing. What a
Yes.
blessing it is to be
Yes,
here.
it is.
Because when we started doing YouTube and doing these Twitter spaces, it was because there were so many hustlers that were trying to
Yes.
scam kids out of money. And
Yep.
we're not about that. We want to help others, change lives, build champions. Do what's right,
Yes.
do your best, treat people how you want to be
Yes.
treated.
And
Grind
we
now,
believe.
shine later.
We believe in your potential to be the next big-time high school, college, and even professional football players. Our mission is to help you reach every goal and turn your dreams into reality on the field and in life. We're here to support, guide, and challenge you every step of the way. Let's chase greatness together, so keep grinding. Lincoln also says, what do you think about NCSA coach?
I mean, I like NCSA on my end because I emailed all y'all using NCSA. So for me, it's free. For you, I don't know if it's free or not. But like when someone tells me, hey, coach, you need to pay $2,000, I ain't got $2,000. We're on Totem Pole Nation for a reason. We're the low man on the totem pole. We're right here. Right now, we're right here. Me and Lambo, really, we're down here. We're right here as coaches. We want to get up here. Why don't y'all want to get up there with us?
Lincoln
Kids always
says,
like, well, coach, I want to go play D1. Yeah, well, so do I. I want to go to the NFL. Well, so do I. We're right here right now, but we want to get up here. We need some guys that want to get up there with us because we're going to do it together.
Lincoln says it is unless you pay the membership. The membership is $2,000?
Yeah, I don't. Guys, anytime someone wants me to pay $2,000, I'm like, sure. Like, are you gonna let me finance that and pay $18.99 for the next 27 years? Like, I need almost a mortgage for that. And I don't know, man, dude. Like, if you can play, you can play. Make good grades, be a good kid, work hard. How to get noticed by college coaches? That's it. Be a good kid, work hard, and make great grades. You can play somewhere. You might not go to Alabama. You might not be Jeremiah Smith and play for Ohio State, but you can get an education and play football. And the most important thing, get an education and a chance to win a championship.
Wyatt says those memberships are stupid expensive. Lincoln says it's less than this, I would think. I think it's around 1,000 for me. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, if your family is blessed enough to be able to afford that, then that's good. But like,
that's good for you.
A lot of people that can afford that,
not
like
me.
That's a couple of car payments. So like that's almost like a payment. So like, guys, not everybody has the same money. Everybody has the same resources. Some people are more blessed than others. But here's what I'm gonna say: just because you got money in your bank account, don't mean you're good. Just because you got money in your bank account, don't mean you're bad. Just because you might be broke, don't mean you're good. And just because you're broke, don't mean you're bad. Just because you live in a nice neighborhood, don't make you a good person. Just because you live in a nice neighborhood, don't mean you're a bad person. Just because you live in a bad neighborhood, don't make you a bad person. Just because, but it also don't make you a good person. It doesn't matter. That's one thing you learn when you come here to Fork Union. Guys are from everywhere. We have 3 guys from Arkansas, 3 from South Carolina, kids from California, Washington State. Nobody cares where you come from. Nobody cares whether you got money in the bank. Nobody cares in the NFL. Nobody cares where you're from or what you've done. What can you do today? What can you do to help the team win? Get better, man. That's the growth mindset.
Yes.
Don't have a fixed mindset. Have a growth mindset. That's a championship mindset.
Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future.
Amen to that. I believe in that.
Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. I'd rather see a sermon than hear
one any day. I would rather see a sermon.
Says you're not defined by what you come. From I come from the trenches, and nobody will ever know. Worry about where you're going, not where you are.
Ooh, yeah. Focus. It's kind of like the hero's journey. Have you ever read the Odyssey or watched the movie? Like Odysseus goes on the journey, And that's what he learns. He learns that man is nothing without God. They
Mm.
believed in the gods back then, but man is nothing without God. And it's not about the destination. It's about the journey, man. That's what
Yes.
Kobe said. The dream is when you're waking up at 4 a.m. The dream is when you're on here listening to Lambo and Coach Taylor on Totem Pole Nation, the Keep Grinding live stream. You got live stream the live stream university with Kai Sinet. Or is it Sonat? I don't know. Why are we not on live stream university, huh?
Because we're not willing to sell our souls.
Yeah,
we don't sell our
it's
souls.
Because we're the low man on the totem pole, and it ain't about money. It ain't about money. I bet you if you ask Kai, when did he have more money? I mean, when did he have more fun? When was it more fun? When he was broke or when he got rich? I guarantee you he tells you when he was broke.
When he was broke.
Because it wasn't about the money when he was doing it. He did it because he loved it, man. Yes. It ain't about the money. It ain't about the NIL. If it's about the NIL and about the money, you ain't never going to become the greatest. It won't about the money for Tom Brady.
The grass ain't always green on the other side.
We just got to keep grinding, man. We got to have like a winner's mindset. We got to keep getting better. How to get noticed by college football coaches? Be the best of the best. Here you go. How to get noticed by college coaches. It isn't what you want. It's what they want. What do the college coaches want? Well, once you figure out what they want, that's how you get noticed. They want big offensive linemen. If you're not big, you better be nasty. You better be 2 times as good as Savion Sessions. You better have a 4.0 because Savion Sessions is 6'8", 300 pounds. If you're a quarterback, what are they looking for? Jaden Daniels, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. Give them what they want. Running backs, what do they want? Saquon Barkley. What's that guy's name from Boise?
Ashton Jeanty.
Ashton Jeanty. Man, Ashton Jeanty only had one offer. What a blessing. Lambo.
Or Cam Scatterbo.
Ooh, that guy was playing for Sacramento State. Sacramento State, man. What a blessing. We love y'all. We will do it again soon.